In the heart of the city, where dreams come alive, B-Up's on the mic with that fire in his eyes. From the court to the field, every game, every fight, he's the voice of the struggle under stadium lights. He's seen the highs and the lows, the wins and the pain, every triumph and tear, every loss in the rain. But through it all, he stands tall, never backs down, with a heart full of love for this sports-loving town. Sports talk we watch, where the passion runs deep. Every story, every glory, every promise we keep. From the love of the game to the struggles we face, he's the voice of the people in the sacred space. Sports talk we watch, where the passion runs deep. Sports talk we watch, where the passion runs deep. Sports talk we watch, where the passion runs deep. There's a love in the air for the game and the grind, for the players who hustle, leaving it all behind. Through the sweat and the tears, the blood and the fight, B-Wop tells the stories under the bright lights. In the silence of the night.
Are you practicing to practice, or you practicing to be great?
Which way am I going?
Next bus coming, you on the way.
Who else wants some? They say my D-line didn't exist. Bullshit.
It's my favorite thing.
It's time to get nasty. It's time to get nasty. Let's go.
That's the Heisman Trophy right there. Would you like to win that tonight?
I'll tell you what, let's see if I can sneak out of here with it now.
I wanna put on my.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, how are y'all doing on this Wednesday night? Yeah, Sports Talk with B. Watts is back at it again. Once again, I want to thank everybody for tuning in right now. If you don't mind, kindly hit that like button, hit that like button for me tonight. Yes, sir, I'm telling you, if you're new, and if you haven't subscribed to the channel, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Hit that bell notification. It'll let you know whenever I go live or drop a video. And while you're at it, if you like to continue to support the broadcast, join the membership. Appreciate it if you do. All right? All right. I want to say special thanks to everybody who rocked with me last night. Probably one of my biggest shows of the year. Over 800 people were tuning in live, and over 200 people subscribed to the channel. So we want to welcome all our new subscribers to Sports Talk with B. Watts, and we appreciate your attendance on yesterday. Well, tonight, hey, I ain't going to shortchange you tonight either. I got Coach Dre backstage. Yeah, you know. Yeah. It's him. He's back. He's the coach. He's the one that's going to keep everything on an even keel for everybody tonight. And also, I got the one and only, the one who y'all always told me, hey, you got to keep him. That's JR Boxing also. So we got JR Boxing. I got Coach Dre. Gonna bring you some of the best content you ever want to see covering Coach Prime. and the Colorado Buffaloes. But we're going to start the broadcast off with Shedeur Sanders. He's the hottest thing out there, so we got to lead the content off with him. I'm telling you, he's the quarterback that can save the Cleveland Browns. I'm going to let you know in a few minutes, along with Coach Dre and J.R. Boxing. Shedeur Sanders is the only quarterback that can save the Cleveland Browns this year. Not Joe Flacco, not Deshaun Watson, not Kenny Pickett, and not Dylan Gabriel. The National Football League did Shedeur Sanders a favor. Let me bring up the fellas so we can get into the show. All right. Once again, you watching Sports Talk with B. Watts. Do me a favor. Hit that like button. Hit that like button. Hit that like button. All right, fellas, what's going on? What's going on? JR, what Coach Red? Let's see what I do, what I didn't do. I hit on. There you go. All right. I got the fellas in. I want to say hello, everybody in the chat. And just in case you don't participate in the chat, we want to say hello to you also. Patrick Watson, what's going on? It's Debbie, what's going on? Let me start all the way up here to the top. And let's see. I love CC. See the boss lady, y'all. She run this thing. I'm going to try to get her up on a Saturday night because she a member. I got to try to get her up and let her give her take on everything. What's going on? X in the cut. Sabrina Walter, what's going on? Miss Patricia McGee, sorry about that. How y'all doing? Rodney Jefferson, what's going on, man? You doing all right? Old school, what's up, man? The boss lady, membership. Miss Phyllis, how you doing? Appreciate you for rocking with us. Kenneth Wilson, another member. Appreciate you, big dog. Appreciate y'all, man. Appreciate y'all. Miss Harris, I see you. Son of Yahweh, I see you. Miss Robinson said, dang, I missed last night. Y'all can go back and watch the replay. All right. Let's get on Brown and let me talk to the guys. I ain't gonna hold him long. I just need an hour and 15 minutes out of him. All right. But check this out, fellas. I've been looking at this thing a little close. I know we've been talking about it for just about every day since the draft. JR, we're gonna start with you. We're in it with Coach Dre. I've been looking at this thing, man. I've been looking at the roster. I've been looking at the teams that's in the conference. When you going up against Cincinnati was only 9-8 last year. Baltimore Ravens, good team. They was 12-5. They was 12-5, JR. I understand that. They was 12-5. They got a good quarterback. They got a good defense. They got a good coach. But then when I looked at Pittsburgh, coming into this year, they don't have no quarterback, even though they got a good defense, Coach Dre. They went 10-7. Well, what did Cleveland Browns do? They went 3-14. They didn't have no quarterback. I told you they had Deshaun Watson. He got an ACL. They're bringing in Joe Flacco, right? Coach Prime told you in the draft, man, he old as me, JR. He said that. He's old as me. And he didn't lie. And then they got Kenny Pickett, and they already announced we're not going to pick up that fifth year contract, right? And then they draft Dylan Gabriel. Come on. From Oregon. Is he a better quarterback than Shedeur? One of them got to go. And it's going to be Kenny Pickett. If Shedeur go out there and do what he's supposed to do, he can be the starting quarterback. If not starting, he exactly can be quarterback number 2. So when I look at Shedeur Sanders, from where he rescued, along with his father, Jackson State, 2 years, 3 years, 2 or 3 years. I seen him for 2 years. He went to Colorado. I watched him for 2 years as a quarterback. And when I look at these quarterbacks that's on the Colorado roster, Shedeur just a better quarterback to me. I think he got a good chance, JR. A good chance. I saw him moving. I don't know if y'all my age, Coach Dre. I know y'all younger than me, but check this out. I saw a movie Dr. J played in, The Fish That Saved Pittsburgh. I don't know if nobody remember that. It's a movie out there, but Dr. J played in. The chat, y'all help me out. JR said he ain't never seen it. Dr. J came along and saved that basketball team. Shedeur Sanders can do the same thing. JR, he got a good chance of saving the Cleveland Browns next year.
Everything you said spot on, B. Watts. I mean, he has that chance to save a franchise that needs saving, quite frankly. We talked about it last night. Cleveland is looking for a winner. I repeat, Cleveland is looking for a winner. Not just the Cleveland Browns, like the whole state of Cleveland. Like Cleveland, that city, the state of Ohio, they're looking for like winners. Like you got Ohio State, they won this year. That's the hottest ticket right now in college football. Ohio State. Cleveland Cavaliers, they're winning now. Winning after years of not winning. Even when LeBron was there, won, never won a championship. That time is hungry for champions. And look, Shedeur has a tremendous opportunity to bring something to that organization that they never had, championship. And whether he stays there long enough, I don't think he's going to stay there long enough to do it. But they're looking for a winner. You said 3-14. They've been the dumpster fire of the AFC North for I don't know how long. And the opportunity that he has in front of him, he'll seize the moment. He'll do what we know that he can do. He'll go in there, he'll work hard, and he'll produce on the field, and he'll win games. So, like I said, Ohio State, they got them one. Cleveland got them one, some years back with LeBron. So the next team up is the Browns. Cavaliers got them one. Ohio State got them one. The Browns is the only team in town in the state of Ohio that has not won a championship. So they're starving for a winner when it comes to the National Football League. Shedeur Sanders, he can be that winner for the franchise. They do right by him, he can get it done. It's just, will the organization do right by him? It's to you, Coach Dre.
Coach Dre, before you go, check this out, Coach Dre. Want to say welcome a new member, Elijah Wilson. Appreciate you for joining my membership. I appreciate that. But Coach Dre, look at the quarterback that's there and compare Shedeur Sanders' quarterback ability to each one of them. Talk to us, my brother.
Well, this is what you got to look at. Joe Flacco, he a seasoned veteran. He got a Super Bowl ring. Like you said, he been around the mountain. He doesn't have the intangibles to lead a city. Dylan Gabriel, they both coming out of college. There's no way nobody with that watch football and watch, what's going on can say that Shedeur Sanders isn't better than Dylan Gabriel. That's no disrespect to Dylan Gabriel. I think he's a decent kid. I don't think he's Shedeur Sanders. The organization let you know, Kenny Pickett, that we ain't really rocking with you. We ain't gonna pick up your 5th-year option. So I would be shopping myself. At the end of the day, don't forget that this is a business. These owners want their money back. I'm paying Deshaun Watson guaranteed $200 and something million. I need to try to get some of that money back. Right now, they're getting that money back because Shedeur Sanders is in the city, and what 5th round pick getting the hype he gets? What 5th round pick doing what he doing? But he's doing what he's doing genuinely. He's not forcing himself. He's not acting. He's not putting on an act. He's really being himself. If you listen to the morning run this morning with Big Dog Chico, my brother Duke said, and Unc on there. And with Coach Shea said it was raining, thunder and lightning, and this kid stayed out. Was like, Coach, we can't go in. I still got 100 throws. He wants to be the best. No one's going to work harder than him. The one thing I think that Joe Flacco can help him with is being a pro. He's been there. He's done that. He's a veteran. He can lead him in the right direction. So I want Joe Flacco to stay around. Everybody else, I don't, like I say, I think that I don't know if that helps Shedeur any. But quarterback to quarterback, none of these guys are better. When you look at when you look at the eye test, when you see how he throws the football, but the command and the lead of a locker room. That's what he's gonna bring to the table. Again, he showed you time and time again what he can do. And I understand what everybody's gonna say. Oh, well, that's what his daddy coach. Well, if you really look, Coach Prime wasn't the head coach of his high school. He was the offensive coordinator. Coach Hart was the head coach. Oh, well, he was just the makeshift head coach. No, he wasn't. The man was the head coach. Coach Prime had NFL to that football team, led them to 3 state championships with a great leader like Shedeur Sanders. You come to Jackson State, you turn that program around, you make it to where it is, to where when you leave, that's again, I tell people all the time, I don't think they get caught up. What really tells who you are and what you've done is what happens once you leave somewhere. Did you leave somewhere better than what you found it? They left Jackson State in a better situation than get a national championship. So that's what it's about. Leaving a place better than what you found. So they got a winner. Again, this is the biggest thing since LeBron James, hand down.
You're right, Coach Dre. You're right. I want to thank a new member. Got a new member. B. Riches. Appreciate it. She a new member. Appreciate it. And she always support me on my Cash App also. I love CC too. Appreciate they members and they send donations through Cash Apps and everything. Appreciate y'all. We getting there. I need some more members. I got to take care of Coach Dre once a month. I want to take care of JR once a month. I need some members to help me out. Appreciate y'all. Love y'all. Appreciate you. But check this out, JR. Not only do I think he can save the Cleveland Brown organization, it's video out there. He's already out there in the public. Community service. Check this out. Check this video out. He's at the school. He went to a high school by the name of John Marshall High School, and look how the kids running through there, being around him. Good signs. Like I say, Shedeur Sanders, hey, this guy can change their franchise. He can change their city. He can change the state because he got that swagger. Ain't too many people got. He got what it takes. He used to being criticized. You're right, Max. He got that star power. They criticize him at Jackson State. They criticize him at Colorado. They've been criticizing about how he went through the draft. He can handle that stuff. And guess what? Not only did he win, no, I'll stay right there. I'll use that next. I was going to talk about the jersey sale, but I'll use that in my next segment. But check this out. The community service that Shedeur Sanders is doing right now. Speak on that.
Look, that's what we was talking about last night. He moves the needle in any direction. Look, you're going to have naysayers every time you're doing something great. it's hard to please everybody, but when you're doing something great, when you're doing something bigger than yourself, what can they say? Because we talked about narratives last night. B. Watts, me, you, Uncle Steve, we talked about narratives. And the narrative was that, oh, he's full of himself. He's this, he's that. Everything negative that we could think of, they was trying to say. We talking about touching down in the city, and he's going to John Marshall High School to talk to the youth, to talk to kids that look like him, to inspire kids that look like him. You can do this too. Hey, I'm gonna tell you right now, it's hard to hold the attention, especially of young kids like that. That was some legendary stuff right there. He walked in. Their presence, commanded their presence by just being in that environment. There's more video out of young men like this on pins and needles, listening to every word that he says. Not a phone out, nobody recording anything, they just listening. They trying to get that game, man. They trying to understand, how can I be in your shoes? What's your work ethic like? What's your drive? What motivates you? Man, Cleveland, don't mess this up, Cleveland. Don't mess this up, Browns organization. Just don't do it. Don't do it. That's all I got to say. It's to you, Coach Dre.
I mean, that's what he was taught. I told you, what you do when nobody's looking is what you're gonna always be judged by. Nobody judge you about what you're gonna do when everybody's looking. I'm gonna judge you on what you're gonna do when nobody's looking. He didn't have to do that. He could have just went into this cocoon. He could have just said, "Hey, I'm finna put my head down, grind, and work, and make myself a better person." Again, I keep telling y'all this, and I'm gonna always tell you this: God bless you with gifts. He bless you with gifts so you can bless others. God doesn't give you gifts to keep to yourself. And Shedeur Sanders does that time and time again. He uses his gift to help others. Just watch the kind of, listen, every city he's done been in, he done went to a high school. Wherever he done worked out, he done fed kids, he done did this. He's been doing this since he been on this draft process. Nobody talks about that because no one wants to talk about the positive, only the negative. When you only use the negative when you can use it against me. You don't want to talk about the positive. We're in such a big rush to try to pull somebody down instead of trying to show what they have done and what they're doing in a positive way. And you can't kill nobody light when they're not trying to do nothing wrong. So he's gonna do major works for Cleveland, just like LeBron James did, just like some other people did. And he's gonna get in that community, and he's gonna help that community, just like he's done everywhere he went, just like he did in Jackson, just like he did in Colorado. And he's a people's person. And so that is big about community service. But that's something that you know that he was taught. So you have to give his father and his mother and his family great hands of and the people who helped raise him great hands of applause, because that was taught to him. That you don't most young people don't learn that, especially at that age. They more self-centered. They're more about themselves. But if you teach a child up in the way that you want him to be to act, he will act that way. And so I always tell you, baby, that it takes your character is what you do when nobody's watching. And Shedeur Sanders showed you every day that he has great.
True. So when you look at it, JR, his situation that he's in, I know he's a 5th round draft pick. How steep is that hill he will have to climb to be the face and the starter of that quarterback position? Is it a big hill, steep hill? He got to put in a lot of work, or what do you think?
It's not a steep room when you speak to it as far as like who's in the room with them. Now, as far as being a NFL professional, that's a steep hill. That's a learning curve for everybody. Nobody come in the league and just got it figured out. But his work ethic will allow him to go in, steady the ship. This is what I need to learn. This is what I need to adjust to. College game and NFL game is two different things. Whole different playbook, whole different style of play, whole different speed of play. We talking about grown men. This is their livelihood. So that's a growing curve that he'll have to adjust to, which I think he's going to do tremendous at. He's going to be perfectly fine. But when you talk about the people that are in the room, the other quarterbacks that are in the room, we already talked about Kenny Pickett. He's a journeyman. Dylan Gabriel, he's coming in the same time as Shedeur. You got Joe Flacco, career veteran. He's at the back end of his career. He's been a journeyman. Look, he was with the Browns 2 years ago, helped them into the playoffs. I was at a game, watched him in my hometown, Houston, when they played the Texans. Watched him in the wild card game. So he understands Joe Flacco already had the upper hand. He's an NFL veteran. He knows the Browns playbook. He's worked with Kevin Stefanski already. So he has that upper hand. But when we're talking about Kenny Pickett, Dylan Gabriel, and Shedeur, they're all on the level playing field. They're all on the same playing field. So what we know about Tua, we know about his work ethic. We know he's a perfectionist. We know his drive. We know his attributes. We know his talents. That's going to outwork those other guys. All he got to do is come in and do what he been doing. I'm the first in the building. I'm the last out. That's what we know Shedeur to do. That's what we know. We seen him at his daddy ranch with the guys throwing the ball, housing guys, flew guys out. Every time he take a trip, he taking guys with him so he can work out. So he can continue to perfect his craft. That's not going to change. That's who he is. That's embedded in him. That's not going to change, B. Watts. That's not changing, Coach Dre. So when he get into that organization, when he get into that building, he going to do the same thing he been doing. It's to you, Coach Dre.
Coach Dre, I got something different for you. Coach Dre. Appreciate it, JR. That was a good take, man. Appreciate that. But Coach Dre, what gonna be his hardest task? Will it be terminology of the offense or the NFL, or will it be the quickness, how fast, how strong the NFL is? Which part will be the most, I ain't gonna say troubling, part of the game, like the speed of the game that he'll have to get adjusted to? The physicality, the speed, or the terminology as a quarterback?
I mean, as a quarterback, the wording of this, it's going to really boil down to the speed of the game. You know, the reads and faster. You get what I'm saying? So sometimes we can't be as late. All you got is a split second in the NFL. So it's just going to be the speed. I think that's going to be his only thing is just, getting to eventually slow down for him in high school. So that's it. Just getting back to the point in black and white. And like I say, when you get to the end, be a little faster. So all we can do is make sure that he understands how fast this linebacker can get out there to the flats now, how fast this cornerback can break up on the ball. In cover two, how many seconds, because like you say, that's all it is. It's just a timing thing. So that's the only thing I'm really, what you can be concerned about with him being a quarterback coming into the NFL. The term, different words. You get what I'm saying? And once what quarterbacks do, and like that's what you teach at any level, is okay, that's what you call this, and that's what you call that. So now once I just got to learn how to talk in your terminology. But again, in my head, I'm gonna keep the mindset that I've been having, because it might be sometimes easier when he first get there to break it down the way he's been breaking it down with his wording. But he got to remember when he calling the plays, he got to say it the way that the play is called, because the way the wording is calling the play, it tells everybody what to do. So again, once he can get to the speed and the game get slowed down to the way he been, how it got slowed down at Jackson, and how it got slowed down at Colorado, he'll be in a better spot. So it's just the speed of the game. That's the only thing that I think that he's gonna have to have a learning curve with at the beginning. But I don't think it's of the NFL game. So just the speed of the game. That's it.
Okay. Same question, JR. Let me get these super chats out of the way. Rebel Nelson, y'all hit the like button. Only 61 have done it. Appreciate it, Rebel Nelson, for the $2 super chat. I love CC. She always supported for being a member. Also support the show. Smack the like button. $2 super chat. Appreciate it. I love CC. JR, same question.
Yeah, look, you've heard it from every rookie that really enters the NFL. The first thing they say is, man, the speed of the game. Speed of the game. That's no different for any other rookie that's gonna be in. You're gonna hear the same thing from Cam Ward, from Tyler Shuck, Dylan Gabriel, Jalen Miro. You're gonna hear that from other position players, from wide receivers and cornerbacks and defensive ends and tackles, and all of that. You at a different level. You at a professional level. Remember, everybody in college don't go pro, right? You got some guys that's gonna be Wall Street guys. You got some guys that's gonna be Amazon workers. I mean, it is what it is. That's the talent gap when it comes to college. Everybody's not a professional. NFL is the best of the best. And for me, I'm not worried about like terminology and things like that. We talking about a young man that had 4 different offensive coordinators in his college career. So he gonna pick up on terminology. He had to learn a different playbook. Every year he started in college, he had a different offensive coordinator. That means that comes with different schemes, different packages, different things that he has to learn. You work with an NFL head coach in Pat Shurmur. You don't think Pat Shurmur was spitting to him NFL terminology to get him ready? Shedeur at the line. We used to get mad at Shedeur. Pat Shurmur called the play. What's Shedeur doing? Check. All that. Boy, if you don't just run the doggone play like how it's supposed to be ran, he's checking this, checking that, checking that. That's the confidence that he had. That's the understanding of the game that he has. Look, the crazy thing about football, and Coach Dre, you can definitely speak to this. Crazy thing about football, it's a complicated game, but it's also simplified. Coach Dre said it. A lot of things mean the same thing. They may just flip the word around. You may say rover, somebody may say ranger. Mean the same concept, but rover, ranger. Got it. That's one word. We just flip that word. So we talking about 4 different offensive coordinators. We talking about myself, me watching the game. If this boy, if he didn't just stay in this play, he checking everything at the line of scrimmage to the point where we like, dog, what? But that's his knowledge of the game. That's knowledge of the game. So I'm not worried about that part. Speed of the game, everybody has to deal with the speed of the game. So he gonna get adjusted to it. He gonna catch up. What's the first thing he said after they beat TCU, coming from Jackson State, coming from HBCU? Yeah, they was coming off that end a little bit faster, but once I figured them out, I threw for 517 yards. Come on, B. Watts. Come on, Coach Dre. That's what he gonna figure that out. He gonna figure that out.
Yeah.
The rest was history at Colorado. Number in the rafters. That's what I got to say. It's back to you, B. Watts.
I appreciate it, brother. Good take. Miss Crystal Wise Williams say he's smart. He knows that's one of the first things been doing all this life. Thank you for your comments, ma'am. Go Gator. Said Coach Dre, what's up? Appreciate it. Got Lil Bucky. Y'all get into that new recruit. Some dogs on the way. We're going to get into it later on. Appreciate it. But Coach Dre, not only has Shedeur in the community doing this thing, what we always thought he could do, but guess what now came out today? Shedeur Sanders, pick number 144 in the NFL draft, just 3 or 4 days ago, is now have the best-selling jersey in the draft class. Talk to me about that. How could that be as a 5th round, 144 pick in the NFL? That fast.
I mean, it just comes down to people wanting to support Shedeur, understanding that this was politics. This was a lot of, a lot of back room, a lot of down talking, and a lot of people trying to put they spin on the Sanders and their family and trying to bring them down. When you blessed by the best, there's no need to be stressed. We know what it's about, and now the NFL again. He gonna be the face of the NFL. He's not just gonna be the face of the Cleveland Browns. Shedeur Sanders is going to be the face of the NFL because of the simple fact is there's nobody, love him or hate him, you gonna watch it. I say that again for you people in the back. Love him or hate him, you gonna watch it. The people that love him, they want to watch him because they want to see him succeed. They want to see him get all that he deserves and do well. The people that hate him, they watching to see him fail so they can say, aha, I told y'all so. Oh, y'all just doing this because of this and this and this and that. But he's already won, and y'all just don't see it. It's been 4 days since the draft, and this kid has the number 1 selling jersey in the NFL. You can't stop what God has already ordained and what God already done proven that it's gonna be. And so that's how you can walk around with your head up and see what's coming. Like I tell people, when you walk with your head down and you down, you'll miss your blessing when it's coming right in your face. And that's one thing you don't see Shedeur Sanders doing. He walking with his head up. He believe in what's coming his way. And also the NFL is going to see what the worth. Once the NFL see the worth, they're again, this is a business, guys. As much as that's what we've been. This is a business. And business is up because Shedeur Sanders is here. Business was up for the NFL draft. Go back years, years and years from a past when nobody watching no third, especially no third through no 7th round, especially no them later days. The viewership was supposed to go down. The viewership went up every day that short. So he's already brung the NFL money. He's already shown his worth and what he deserves. So again, all this shows is that God is always in control. That man can't stop nothing that God has already ordained. So you can talk it and you can try to stop it, but you ain't really stopping nothing. You ain't doing nothing but hurting yourself because you're not hurting him. And he lets you know every time he gets a chance that you ain't hurting me. So all that money y'all thought he was gonna lose, he gonna get all that back in tenfold. So I'm just happy for the kid. I'm happy for his situation, and That's all you can really say about it. And you can be happy for a young man showing people that what his worth is and that he deserves every penny. Go ahead, Jr.
Look, I say this. Only God can do it. Only God can do it. Do it. Do it. Hey, ain't nothing but a blessing. Ain't nothing but a blessing. We ain't stressing about that. We already know what it is. We already know what it is. For me, look, I'm holding mine until I see what more merch he put on his website. That's just me personally. But once I get out of my feelings about the NFL and all of the little things that they did, I'm gonna get on NFL.com and get me a 2 jersey, whatever, when I'm out my feelings though. But for right now, whenever they get the merch up and all of that stuff, I'll be on this site. I'll make my purchases and be ready for that. But I'm telling you, only God can do it. Only God can do it. Do it. That's for them haters out there. That's all that's for. That's for them haters. It's back to you, B. Watts.
They all got it singing. Got it singing down tonight. Y'all do me a favor. Where you at? Hit that like button. Hit that like button. Hit that like button. Well, the fans are speaking out, and I ran across a interesting video. JR, I ran across a interesting video of a fan that don't look nothing like me, Coach Drake. Chat, and everybody who's tuning in, hit the like button, hit the like button. Check this out. It's a 45-second video. Listen to this fan and what he just said.
I want to say something about Shedeur Sanders. I think that we all missed something throughout all this. I think what we missed is just understanding he is a young man. Whether he was raised by his father, he was raised rich, he was raised poor, whatever. He did deserve to go higher than he did, in my opinion. Now, I've said he does take a lot of unnecessary sacks. He had a terrible offensive line, so I could see him trying to do things with the ball. I think he is going to be a great quarterback. I'm also coming to the side of he said a lot of good things about a lot of quarterbacks. He never once got butthurt. He watched the process and was still happy to be drafted by the Browns. That alone tells me exactly what we all know and what's still true. The ultimate dream is to be an NFL football player. And no matter what we say and no matter what we think about him, he made it. And I thank God he did. And to be honest, I'm part of that problem. I'm a grown-ass man. He's a young man. Just because I was raised poor, whatever. None of that matters. When you look at him as a young man, I have a lot more respect for him after this draft process than I did before. I've always respected his father as
I ain't mean to stop it, but I think the Cleveland fan, they really don't know Shedeur, but they finna find out what type of person he really is. But I got to read this super chat out before you go, JR and Coach Ray, on that video. It's just crazy to me. The story of the draft should be Cam Ward. I guess the Falcons dropped the ball, forced the NFL to act. $4.99 super chat. All right, go ahead, Coach. JR, then Coach Ray on that video.
Look, it's kind-hearted of that gentleman to say those things that we already know about our guy. So I appreciate him taking the opportunity out his day to do that video, to show his appreciation and his understanding of what he witnessed during the NFL draft. But we already know, we followed not just Coach Prime, but we followed Shedeur and Shiloh and Bucky for quite some time. So we understand what he's capable of. We understand his mindset. They call him grown for a reason. I mean, that's what his daddy called. Daddy called him grown for a reason. Again, the way he handled that draft process, he handled it way better than me. Because I don't care what camera would have been around. Let a prank phone call came in, I would have lost it. Man, if you don't get the off my phone with that, all in the camera. That's me, though. Look, I still got some growing to do. That's just me. But his maturity, the way he handles himself, the way he carries himself, his confidence, that's him. That's what we've grown to see. And that's what people hate or love about him. It's to you, Coach Dre.
I mean, what it boils down to is everybody sees what's really going on. And again, sometimes I keep telling y'all ask for stuff. And so sometimes we ask for stuff to be revealed, or we want to see stuff, we want to know stuff, but you get upset with the way God shows it to you. What this is in the back he had to use should bring it out to the light so people could see, so that people could be aware that this is what really goes on. And so when you see that, there's nothing else for the greatness of Shedeur.
I think Coach Dre freezing up. Is he freezing up on your end, JR? Okay, want to thank the super chat from BD Hall. Coach Dre having technical difficulty. We'll come back to him once he gets straightened out. Like I say, I think Shedeur gonna surprise a lot of folks, man, and I just like the way he's starting out already for the Cleveland Browns in the community, and he's working out. As you can see, he's working out. Also, JR, as we move forward, the NFL spoke today. The NFL spoke. You remember yesterday I asked y'all a question about that fine? Yeah. The NFL fined Atlanta Falcon DC defense coordinator over Shedeur prank call. The NFL fined Atlanta Falcons $250,000 and a defensive coordinator $100,000 in response to that prank call made to Shedeur during the NFL draft. Well, this the video what was played during the press conference today, and I'm gonna get your thoughts.
First of all, I'd like to publicly apologize to Shedeur and the Sanders family for what occurred. Second of all, I want to publicly apologize to Mr. Blaine, Terry Fontenot, Raheem Morris, and the entire Falcons organization. My actions of not protecting confidential data were inexcusable. My son's actions were absolutely inexcusable. And for that, we are both deeply sorry. The NFL has taken action, and I fully respect the punishment. We take full responsibility, my son and myself, and we will not be appealing the fine in any way. Going forward, I promise my son and I will work hard to demonstrate we are better than this. Again, I'm deeply sorry for our actions.
Questions?
What you think about it, JR?
B-Watch, you remember what I said last night? Hey, look, the way you cut a man down, you go at that pride and you go at that pocket. Look, whether the statement was written or not, whether he wanted to read it or not, the NFL said, you're gonna get up there and you're gonna read that statement. That's what you're gonna do. So he got up there, he read the statement. And then they said, well, we getting in them pockets too. Because what you did was unethical. That's what that's called. That's not proper ethics. That's unethical. You're a professional. You have material around, again, that's supposed to be in your possession, but yet it ended up in the possession of someone in your household. So the NFL say, well, look, Atlanta, if you're not going to do nothing about it. All right, so you still are under this shield, right?
Right.
So Arthur Blank, that's $250,000 to you. And the defense coordinator, that's $100,000 to you. Now, look, I ain't no pocket watcher or nothing like that. But for Arthur Blank, that's a little bit light. He a billionaire, so $250,000 to him, he write that off buying napkins or something like that for the stadium. Who knows? But for a defensive coordinator, let's just say the defensive coordinator, average defensive coordinator, average for a year, man, let's say $2 million. So that $100,000, yeah, he feel that. That's $100,000 you wasn't expecting to lose.
Right.
So you feel that. So again, when you come at a man and you go at his pride and then you get in his pockets, look, every man in this chat, they know your pride in your pockets, they get to a man every time. So hey, salute to the NFL for doing it. Hey, we're going to step in and we're going to get this done. We're going to get it done swiftly and you're going to pay for it.
Yeah.
So, what people say, man, they should have did more or they should have did this and all of that stuff. Hey, they did something, right? The NFL did something.
Yeah.
And then throughout the day, B-Watts, I look at a few comments here and there of what people would say. And they only doing this because it's Shedeur. They only making a big deal because it's this. What about the other 7 players that got prank called throughout the draft? What about this player? What about that player? What evidence does the NFL have to say that family called those other players? But they got evidence saying that this young man who's associated to this coach via being his son did this. So we're going to find that coach because he works in the NFL. Look, if I go and prank call NFL, a draftee, NFL can't do nothing to me. Probably the most they could do to me is maybe ban me from going to games, red flag my name or something like that. They can't find me. I mean, a player themselves would have to file a civil lawsuit against me for me to have money taken out of my account. So the NFL said, we're going to handle this promptly and swiftly. I like the way they took care of business.
Yeah, they had to, man, because Atlanta Falcon wasn't going to do nothing. They came out and said, well, we ain't going to do nothing.
Yeah, we ain't going to do nothing.
I said, what? You ain't going to do nothing. He had a laptop with people personal information in there and laying it around. He's your defensive coordinator. He the one who act like a kid.
Exactly.
He don't leave his phone around without that security lock on it. Why he want to do his team, his employer laptop around so somebody can go in and do what they do or do the kind of things people do when they get access to it. Man, I'm telling you, man, he should have been fired. The head coach should have fired and Lord DeBlanc said, hey, you hired him. If you don't do something to him, I'm going to do something to you. Yeah, take it like that. Can you take that part? Yeah, I'm not definitely let you embarrass me. That was embarrassing, bro.
That's embarrassing.
That was embarrassing.
The owner ain't got nothing to do with it. You got somebody on your staff out here, just information just out. Just out there.
Out there.
I would have been investigating and said, well, who else names he took? Give me all the names that you took off that laptop. Every single one. Yep.
He that going around like a little hobby. That calling folks. I said, man, what in the world? Everybody talking about he a kid. He ain't no kid. That dude old as he older than my children.
Yeah.
My girl.
He a kid when it's this.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So I look, man.
Exactly. I ain't gonna
you're an adult. Sir, you are an adult.
They should have treated him like one.
Yeah, you're an adult, man. Should have had the son up there at the podium making the apology too.
Yeah.
But
that's who should have been up there. Yeah. No, you go up there. You go up there, tell her, I ain't doing it. You do it. You know? Yeah. And while you're at it, bring me your cell phone. You know, because I know he paying for it. You know, you find a way to talk about it. I don't get that. But JR, when I did the investigation on the Atlanta Falcon, and I heard some other people on the radio, I took my brother to his specialist day, and I was listening to 92.9, the fan. That's the Atlanta Falcon channel. Man, they said Arthur Blank for the last 5 years have paid out fines of what coaches do or been doing in the offseason. They said 5 years ago he paid 200-some thousand. This past year he had to pay 200-some thousand, and this year 350,000. I said, when Arthur Blank gonna get tired? That's him. That's his money. He got the right out. Like you said, I don't know what a defensive coordinator make, but 100,000 out of his check. Ooh, boy.
Look, let's use these figures right here, B. Watts. So we know how much Rob Livingston, right? 1.2, right? So let's just say that defensive coordinator make 1.2. Let's just say that.
Okay.
100,000 out of that? Yeah, you missing that, dog. Like you missing that.
Yeah, you missing that, man. You missing that. Hey, man, I want to move on, man. And Colorado football team, they got some news today while everything was going on the internet. They got some players that committed. You got Taylor. He committed. You got a defensive offensive line, a right tackle, somebody we've been looking at, somebody who we think can come in and can compete for that right tackle. I don't know too much about him. I just seen it when y'all sent it to me. I think Coach Dre sent it to him. Y'all know anything on Larry Johnson? I haven't done the research on him yet, but I saw it. Let's start. Coach Dre.
I don't like to talk about stars, but he was a five-star kid coming out of high school. He committed to Tennessee last year. He was competing. He played in some games. He a big, strong kid. They were looking for him to start this year. I think one of the main reasons why he hit the portal was because they don't have a quarterback right now, and so with them not having a quarterback, you saw some kids hit the portal from Tennessee. He's one of those kids that you wanted, coming straight out of high school. He looks like he's gonna come in here and compete hard for this starting spot over here on the right tackle spot. And again, it's all about growing depth and getting guys that want to come in here and work. I don't know why people went to sleep and thought because all these other kids signed and we wasn't gonna get nobody. Prime told y'all I had when he ran down that list that day after the spring game. I got half of them already locked in. Y'all just don't know about it. And so everything Dion does is strategical. And so today we had a big day. It was a great day to be above. You get just about everything you needed. And then I think right when we came on, we got another kid that committed right when we came on tonight. It was a great day to be above. And Deion Sanders is getting what he needs to go compete and win the Big 12 and get himself in the college playoff and try to make some noise.
Yeah, we got that running back you've been talking about. You needed one. He a speedster.
Hey, that might be. We might be back in there. It might be 1,000 yards to go. Hey, look. I'm just all joking aside. We need it. We need it. I mean, 2 guys left out. We need it.
I think he got to squeeze Dylan Edwards, they said.
Yeah, he a little burner. Look, yeah, he did. Hey, I've seen some games in Incarnate Ward down there in San Antonio, Texas. I actually saw Cam Ward play down there when I was stationed back in San Antonio back some time ago. But look, you go look at his resume as far as to like what he did in that division. He was getting busy. People, I tell you, he was getting busy. So if he come in, he putting that work in, he getting into that playbook, he gonna be all right. He gonna produce in the Big 12. So hey, we got us one.
You can't say nothing with a guy that over 2,000 all-purpose yards. Again, he a Marshall Faulk type of guy. He a Marshall Faulk type of guy. I think he ran for 909. I think he caught for something like two something close to 3, and then his return yards, he returned kickoff, punts. He did all of that. So he's a Marshall Faulk type of a guy, a dual threat running back that's gonna come in here and compete to play. And don't think just because he's coming from a littler school that doesn't. Those guys are way more hungrier sometimes. And I'm gonna stop saying hungry because I don't want kids that's hungry. I want kids that's starving. I want kids that's starving. And this kid gonna come in here. He gonna be starving. So that was a great pickup for us in the running back room. I think we get one more, but if we don't, I'll feel good with picking this kid up, having Dallin Hayden, having Michael Welch, and having Charlie. So I would feel good, but I still think we'll pick up one more. But that was a great pickup right there.
Yeah, you're right. It says he rushed for 909 yards. That's a lot of yards for a running back in a season. He almost there, JR. He had 22 catches for 163 yards. And okay. And he returned punts, 19 punts for 286 yards. Oh, he's an all-around guy. They say he got the speed of. The bucket say he ran.
We had Willie Gaines SRT. Now we got Taylor the track hawk. That track hawk, man.
The bucket say he ran a 4.28. Ooh,
that's track hawk. That's the track hawk.
What? Boy, he's getting it, bro. He getting it. Man, that's all right. And I think we got a safety them, a defensive back too. Y'all know anything about him? John Slaughter?
Yeah, another kid from Tennessee. Again, a lot of those kids start hitting the portal once the quarterback left because, again, Tennessee went from being one of the top teams in the SEC within weeks to be, now they like in the middle to the bottom of the pile of the SEC when they were supposed to be at the top. So some of these kids, I think they just got kids talk to kids. So when kids thinking about, maybe they homeboys with this guy or whatever, but this kid is a great safety. Maybe not as big as Byers, but he's quick, he's fast. I like the way he plays. He got to come in here and show what he can do because Byers and Carter Stoudemire, them guys have showed that they ready to go. Another good pickup, another great piece for Colorado. Again, the best football teams are the guys that have the guys with the best depth. And this is another great depth piece to go along with what we already got. Hopefully, this will put all the speculation that Coach Prime ain't working. He ain't got this going on, and he ain't got that going on. The man was working. Y'all just didn't know it. Just be patient and let him do his thing. But a great kid, though. Great kid. I think he gonna come in here and be starved and ready to go to work. And them the kind of kids we want. We want them kids that starve.
Right. Yeah, I gotta do my research on them. I didn't have a chance to do my research on them, but that was a good pickup. And also we picked up somebody, I think a long snapper, if I ain't mistaken, that I heard.
Yeah, that long snapper, a stash away player, because the guy we got for CU snapping this year, he graduated. So the long snapper we picked up, he has 3 years of college eligibility left. So you gonna put him in the tuck, work him in here and there, but put him in the tuck. So next year you good on that. You don't have to worry about trying to go out and look for somebody else. You just put that one in the tuck. But yeah, for the guy Slaughter right here, look, he started for Tennessee last year, played 10 of the 13 games that Tennessee played. He got injured towards the end of the year. But I checked out a little tape. Look, he's an athlete. He can definitely get sideline to sideline. He in a great position to be coached by Coach Livingston back there in that safeties room. So when I talked about this 2 weeks ago, B. Watt saying they're gonna get athletes to supplant that depth chart, to stamp that depth chart. Because you want to have athletes all up and down the depth chart. It makes for better competition in each room, but it also produces a better product on the field. So, he's a good player. He's a good young man. So he's going to come in, he's going to work hard, and he's going to be looking to start. That's what he's used to. So he's going to be looking to start. So he's going to come in hungry.
Okay. All right. That's a good take, man. So do y'all know? I don't know if it's true or not. Have y'all heard anything about this guy? Just committed.
He just committed when we was right when we came. I think we probably might have been on like 10 minutes or so. He committed. Noah King. He from K-State. He committed right before right while we was on. So another pickup for Coach Prime, man. I mean, the guy working. We finna put together a football team. I don't know why everybody was worried and panicking. Like, again, this is what I want y'all to understand is that the people that are there, if y'all listen to them, they told y'all what was coming. They said, hey, we're gonna lose some fan favorites. We're going to lose some guys who have been injured, been on the injury list a lot, or they might be hero practice, might practice a little bit and then not there. So when you listen to those guys that's in the building and they talking, they tell you that, well, what happened? They're not telling y'all no lies. Sometimes we just sit back and listen and then look, that's what we lost. Fan favorites, the great Cash Cleveland, Webster, guys like that, and Owens had become a fan favorite because how he had transformed his body and stuff like that. And then guys that was hurt. Brandon Hood was here practice out of practice, here practice out of practice. Colton Hood was injured most of the spring. Like, they didn't tell us no lies. They told us the God heaven truth. And so we just got to take it with a grain of salt. Like I said, I wish all those guys the best. I have nothing but love and respect for those guys. And they feel like they was doing whatever is best for them, and can't nobody get upset. But this didn't catch, like the song say, this didn't catch him by surprise, because everything that they told us was gonna happen, it happened. But we so busy trying to talk is so busy trying to tell Coach Prime what to do and how he should do it. Prime gonna do stuff his way, and the sooner we get used to that, the sooner that y'all understand that a kid like Jalen Webster, who is LeJounte's brother, you think he didn't talk to Deion Sanders? You think he just up and said I'm gonna leave without speaking to him? Did you see his tweet? His tweet when he put out, "This has nothing to do with nothing. I'm doing something that I feel is better for me." So you get what I'm saying? That's just what it is. So you can't get upset with these young men for doing what they feel is best for them, and so that's it. It's just we just got to go do what we got to do. But that's it. I'm happy that what they got today in the commitment.
Yeah, I think they're doing a good job, JR, in that commitment part. That running back room, I think we could use one more. I don't know what's going on with Michael. You think he's gonna come back during the spring? During the summer workout? He gonna come back during the summer workout? Anybody not heard?
Yeah, I mean, I would assume he is coming back.
Who?
Michael Welch.
Yeah, he should be back here. I mean, the transfer portal closed. He can't get in no portal.
Yeah, he should be back. I don't know the extent of of his injury or anything like that. Look, if it's something, from a professional standpoint, if it's something soft tissue, you definitely don't want to run him back, rush him back from a soft tissue thing, because that just makes it worse. You got a hamstring situation. You got to take care of that. You got to be diligent about your rehab and how you coming back, because you don't want to start the season with that, because it doesn't get better. So, things like that. So we've seen it with Coach Prime. He don't play about them injuries. Because he's not just thinking about, he's not just thinking about you right now. He's thinking about what you can be.
Right.
As much as we wanted to see Jimmy on the field last year, and man, we Jimmy, look, you do this right now, you're not ready for the Shrine Bowl.
Not
you know
ready
what I'm saying? You're not ready for the combine. There you go, Coach. Right. You're not ready for those things. So, and Jimmy that was a growing thing. Like, his groin was just messed up. Like, nothing you can do about it. It just take time.
And that's the biggest thing is, when you talk about a guy like Coach Prime, he's not looking at the short term. He's looking at the long term. And if you injured, and that's what I'm talking about when we be talking about selfishness and selflessness. Coach Prime is not being selfish. He's being selfless, because I'm not putting you back out there if you're not 100%. If you can't show me you can go in practice, I'm not putting you out there. If you can't give me what I'm looking for in practice, I'm not putting you out there. You're not healthy, son. Hey, trust me, Jimmy Horn. I know you want to be out there. I know you want to get taped. We got to get you healthy, baby. I know I want to put you out there. I want you to play. But listen, if I get you healthy and I can get you to the combine and I can get you to the Shrine Bowl and I can get you in front of these people, we going to be all right. Well, didn't it work out? So now when I listen, when I pay attention to what he's saying, so that's why I be saying some of this is just these young men getting the wrong information. And some of these young kids, these coaches don't think like Coach Prime. Are you injured? You'll hear Coach say, "Are you injured or you hurt?" Because if you just hurt, you can go out there and play. I need you out there. You got to go play. We trying to win.
Right.
And he not thinking about what's best for that young man. He thinking he being selfish and thinking about what's best for him and his team. Deion Sanders doesn't do that. And so when you can get the bulk of, when you can continue to pile up the talent that when you continue to pile up the talent that we get to pile up, that's when you feel comfortable. But we also want these guys to feel uncomfortable. We don't want nobody that was left in the room after the transfer portal closed thinking, "Oh yeah, I got it made in the shade. Ain't nobody in there finna compete with me. I got me a spot." Deion don't play like that. Deion ain't promising nobody nothing. He had never has. And then you will say, "Well, Coach Drake, yes he did. He did it at Jackson. He told them kids right straight front in the camera. You can go check it out. He say it's only 2 people on the team right now that got a starting job. That's Shedeur and Travis. Everybody else, jobs up for grabs. He told them it wasn't no secret. He ain't trying to hide it. The man, just like I say, and that's why I respect him because he not telling you no lies. He telling you exactly how he think, how he feel, and what he finna go get. So you can expect for us to get another center. We got the other receiver because we got the boy from Florida State. The kid from Kansas State. I don't know if was he a linebacker.
Nah, he was a cornerback.
Okay.
Defensive
got the
back.
cornerbacks. He got the safety. We got the cornerbacks. We got the safety. Now all we waiting on is the linebacker. We got the running back. So did he tell y'all lies in the press conference? No.
He told no lies.
He told y'all the truth. He told no lies. He told you what he was gonna go get. We getting it, and now we finna. Again, when y'all say two centers, I told you the reason he want two centers is because right now you got Yaya and Tyler Brown with McGill playing center. You want Yaya and Tyler to be worried about guard and not have to worry about center. But if we don't get nobody else, we still good. You get what I'm saying? So right now, we in good position. So everybody relax. Let's let these boys enjoy their little bit of time off. But listen, fellas, we gotta be working. We can't just be sitting on our tail feathers. We gotta be putting something. This is where you win games at, right here. When you're supposed to be off, but ain't no off switch. When you're supposed to be resting, but it ain't no off switch. So I think we're in a good position, BY.
All right. So, like I said, you got that wide receiver from Florida State, and we still got Cecile Brown coming in. What's up, JR? What's your boy? Amarion Miller. You gonna be healthy? Do Coach Brown think he gonna? Is it Coach Brown think he? Will Coach Brown think he'll be healthy and be ready to go?
Look, O gonna do old things, man. He gonna be ready to be watched. Don't you worry about that. O gonna be ready. The same O we done seen in numerous amounts of well-off video. The same O we saw at US when they played USC. The same O that single-handedly helped them get claw back in that Kansas State game. O gonna be just fine. Don't you worry about O.B. Watts. He gonna be just fine. He gonna get it happen. That's my little cousin. I mean, he from Louisiana. You know what I'm saying? He from Louisiana. That's my little cousin. That's my next door neighbor.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
That's
yeah,
Louisiana. We like that. That's my little cousin.
Hold on, B. Watt. Hold on, time out. Yeah, I heard you up here being funny last night taking shots. Now I didn't have the Florida boys that have nothing to do with what we had going on.
I tried to tell you. You
yeah, I have nothing to do with that. I mean, here being trying to take shots at these Florida boys. Now we don't play like that. We don't play. Don't put us in other people's business. We had nothing to do with that. That was between you and B. Watts and them Georgia boys. That ain't have nothing to do with us Florida boys. Talking about that. You don't talk to us. Keep that between you and B. Watts. Go ahead.
Yeah, I said, you're throwing shots. There ain't nobody up here defending himself. How you gonna call a man out? He ain't gonna defend himself. Then as soon as you popped up, he talking about, oh yeah, Coach Dre, don't forget a minute before that while ago. Yeah, I was talking about you. Now you want to tell him. Yeah, we know you were talking about.
Nah, man, I just give Coach Dre a heart. Coach Dre is genuine.
Y'all do me a favor, hit that like button, hit that like button, hit that like button, hit that like button. What y'all know about this dude from BYU? Everybody talking about we need Tagger.
I mean, he a ball player. He a ball player. I all signs I'm hearing that we might get him, but until we get him, but he a ball player. But you also got to remember, it's not just him. We also got the kid from Virginia Tech. He also came up on the visit, and he hasn't committed either. So you have two linebackers that's on the verge of committing. I don't think we get both because I don't think we need both. I think we only need one because we only lost Garcia in that room, in that linebacker room, and Webster. But I don't think we need two more. I just think we need one more because French, Hughes, JB, Salter, and Gage Goldberg, to go along with whoever this other kid is that we get, I think that's a deep enough room.
Yeah.
Okay.
I really think that's a deep enough room. So
Yeah.
I don't think we get both of them.
Them two
Right.
Florida linebackers we lost. Yeah, that's what I say, man. Them Texas boys never do that, but them two Florida linebackers, Garcia and Webster. But you know, they gotta do what's best for them. So I wholeheartedly agree with you, Coach Dre.
All right. Want to thank Tony Addy for that 199. They could have heavy ears and should do. I don't know what he said about that. I appreciate the super chat though. The bucket said, "Be quiet. You should know. Tigger, he did us bad in that bowl game. Game change.
Well,
Man, we just that
Bucket,
bowl
he
game
be
was so
on his
bad.
neck.
I said, shoot, it was more than him. From what I saw in the bowl game, it was more than him. Sabrina said 7 new commits for 7. We got 7? I thought it was just 4 today. Okay, I'm new on that. Bucket said he stayed in the backfield against in the bowl game. I said, okay. Yeah, I thought the whole team stayed back there. Really, I just didn't pay attention to him. They messed up RG3 career with the "Are you hurt? Can you play?" bullshit. Okay, Miss McGee she on one tonight. All right. Yeah. But I got about 5 more minutes. JR, let's switch this thing. I need Coach Dre. Coach, okay, good. I'm glad he up now. All right, I'm gonna go out in style. Last 5 minutes. Y'all ready to go out in style?
Let's do it.
It's a game tonight. It's a game tonight at 10 o'clock. My boy, Anthony Edwards. Oh, hey, he finna take LeBron James out tonight, y'all. In LA. He finna take your boy out tonight. They finna send LeBron James home and Luka home. Anthony Edwards basketball team to destroy the Los Angeles Lakers tonight. It's gonna be a blowout. Go home, LeBron. Go home. Who would that said, man, if LeBron come back from a 3-1, I don't want to hear no more GOAT talk. Boy, stop. Stop that. Stop that on that internet. Stop saying that on TV. He going out tonight. Tonight's tonight. And we finna make his soul feel right. JR. Who gonna win this game tonight? Will LeBron and Luka pull it off? Or will Anthony Edwards send him home?
Look, I'm a LeBron fan, man, but I'm also a realist. Look, the Lakers threw just about everything they had at the Timberwolves last game. They was up by 12, and Timberwolves came back. So look, Shannon Sharp was right about Lakers in 5. Something was going to happen in 5 games. They getting packed up in 5 games. I mean, that's what's happening. So, man, I hate it for Bron, man, because in my eyes, my eyes of viewing basketball, I've seen more LeBron than Jordan for sure. I ain't gonna go out there and say Bron the GOAT, but to me, he is one of the best pure basketball players that I've had the pleasure of watching. And I hate it for him, man. I hate it for him. So we'll see what happened tonight. But that Georgia boy, Anthony Edwards, now off the court, he a menace. Off the court, he is a menace. But on the court, he a monster. He getting it done. So he might go for 40 tonight. Easy. He be in the zone. So I got to take the Wolves, B. Watts. I'm taking Minnesota, man. They're gonna pack up the Lakers, man. They packing up Bron and JJ Redick and Luka.
Yeah.
They packing them boys
they send
up.
them home, bro. The Dallas Mavericks warned y'all about Luka. Out of shape. Alcoholic. Ain't gonna play no defense. He ain't gonna dive for the ball. He gonna give out in the fourth quarter. He gonna shoot the ball one-on-one. He ain't guarding nobody. He ain't gonna get no rebound. He ain't doing none of that. That's something LeBron needs. He's 40 years old, running up and down the court, blocking layups, coming back down. Last game in the fourth quarter, LeBron didn't even score. didn't even score. And he the GOAT? Please. If that was Mike,
Listen,
man,
listen.
no,
Hold on,
listen.
don't do him like that, B.Y.
Listen.
Come
If that
on,
was
man.
Michael Jordan would have
Listen.
never let nobody do him like that.
Listen, we don't listen. Michael Jordan. Listen, Michael Jordan is everybody know who Michael Jordan is, but let's not do that. Y'all know what's gonna happen tonight. The King gonna come out and be the King, and Luka gonna do Luka type stuff. You ain't packing them up tonight. Bron gonna go for about 35 tonight.
How many?
Luka gonna hit by 40 to 45. Yeah, about 40 to 45.
They gonna need every point, Coach Dre.
You get what I'm saying?
They still gonna lose.
That Texas guy up there better not say nothing. That they is lying. And you ain't lying about that. They gonna need every point. But you better not say nothing, cause y'all had a whole funeral when Luka left. We don't want to hear nothing about that there. I mean, y'all boys people in tears, they crying at the stadium, had a whole casket out front. So you can't say nothing at all. At the end of the day, I just don't think to get that chemistry that they needed on the court together. I think Anthony Edwards and what he has going on, right? I do think they're gonna end up winning the series. It might even go to 7, but for sure they're gonna play 6 games. They're not gonna do it tonight because Braun ain't going for that. Braun gonna go into that. You remember that Braun when he gonna go into that Braun back in the finals. He gonna give me the rock and get the F out the way. Give me the ball and let me do my thing. Braun gonna do Braun like things tonight because he know it. Because he knows what people gonna say if it ends like that tonight. You can't let it end like that tonight. You gotta at least fight.
Look, Coach Dre.
Let them knock you out. They're gonna really talk about him bad. So I think what's up?
I cut for Braun, man. With me and Braun, we grew up in the same era. I had the opportunity. I was at a basketball tournament back in the day when I was in high school. It was it was called the Kingwood Classic in H-Town. And Braun AAU team was out there. So you know, we know like he out there, we watching and stuff like that. And I remember I was like, man, if we gotta play them. And my homeboy looked at me, he said, yeah, bro, we gotta play them. We cooked. I said, God dog, man. And then, you know, obviously my life went on to be different, man. I did some college ball and stuff like that, and he went straight to the NBA, stuff like that. He was a year older than me. But man, when they done tonight, Coach Dre.
Yeah,
and I cut from Braun. Like I said, I'm a Braun fan, but they are done. They cooked.
So, like I said, I just think they gonna fight tonight because it's just too much if you let them send you home tonight. Now, I don't know if they got enough to come back and win the series, but I think they got enough to win tonight. I think they got enough in their tank to win tonight.
But they threw everything but the kitchen sink at them that last game and still lost. But we'll see.
Yeah, man, they still lost. I don't think so, bro. I don't think so. Hey, I want to thank y'all for watching Sports Talk. We'll be watched tonight on a Wednesday. Appreciate my dogs, Coach Dre, and also appreciate the maestro himself, the Republican voter, Democratic, J.R. Boxon. Appreciate you, man. I know it's your off night. Appreciate y'all for joining me, man. I really do appreciate it. Want to thank every new member who joined the membership tonight. Appreciate y'all, and also the ones who sent me say donation on my Cash App today. Love y'all. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. I love CC. You making things happen for Sports Talk. Will be Watts. JR, Coach Dre, once again, appreciate y'all, man. Talk to him, JR, and we out of here.
Hey, man, it's like I said, it's always good chopping it up with you, B. Watts, man. Going back and forth in that chat today. when you drop that link, man, you know I was coming, bro. So it's all love over here on this side for me, B. Watts, man. So I appreciate the opportunity and the space.
Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you. I don't see Coach Dre. But once again, on behalf of Coach Dre, we said thank y'all. And tomorrow night, it's JR and Greg said it. All right. And Coach Dre on Sunday. All right. I think Duke the Scoop might be joining him. I think he said Sunday. He was gonna do today, but he had something to do today. But he said he might do it Sunday. Duke the Scoop. Look out for him. All right, on Sunday. All right. And JR, he can come back if he want to. If he ain't busy, he always welcome on Sunday. Him and Uncle Steve. Bro, appreciate you, man. God bless you, bro.
Salute, bro.
Have a good night, man. June the 1st, my last day working. I'm gonna be doing this all day, all week. Let's go. This is gonna be my job. All right, buddy.
All right, man.
Are you practicing to practice or you practicing to be great?
Which way am I going?
What's coming? You on the way.